were until after, when I looked into it and saw that some of these kids were children that he'd gone through cancer wards with growing up, who passed away before he did, and eventually joined him on the other side. And that gave me immense comfort. But he told me in this dream, he said, Tyler, think about when you withdraw. And I'll never forget his voice, because he understood as he went through his process of a life review, why in that moment I stood back from him, why I couldn't verbalize what I was feeling and what I knew to be true. And he really gave me that final lesson in a way of being able to say, to not withdraw when things get uncomfortable. And it changed my life. Now look, there's times when we have to withdraw, when situations are toxic, when people are bad for us. That's important to withdraw from. But all too often in life, we withdraw just as a gut reaction, just out of fear. And sometimes that causes us to have regret. And so if there's any takeaway from that story, it's to not withdraw when things get uncomfortable sometimes, to lean into new experiences so that we can create our own closure to the best of our ability. Thank you. I cannot wait to get to readings. I'm like, there's so much coming through. Well, at this point, obviously, I had quite a bit going on in my life. And, after the experience with my grandma, with Terry, a lot had happened. And for those of you who don't know, I graduated high school at 16 years old because I hated high school. And the reason being with that was because I knew I had that ability. And so I wanted to be able to share it to the fullest, but I wasn't really sure how. And at the time, at 16, I felt like getting into hospice nursing would probably be the best route to do that. And so I enrolled in college after I graduated and enrolled in physiology and all of that fun stuff. I was the youngest in my class, and I remember being excited to share this, but on the side I was doing readings just to kind of practice and kind of have more than one thing to do. And before I knew it, within a year, I was inundated with requests for readings. And I basically had to make the choice between either staying home and doing readings or going to school and doing homework. And you can see obviously which one was. Because I knew that I could ultimately help people in the same way, and the reason why I was motivated to get into hospice. I could bring awareness that our loved ones never really leave us. So I did. But the one person I had to get permission from was my dad. He did not know for 6 years about what I could do. I hadn't told him. And neither had my mom. And so this was a secret that I really had between my mom and I. And so my mom said in order for me to really work professionally, I had to get permission from my dad. So when I finally came out of the psychic closet, I said, Dad, I'm a medium! And he was like, what's that? He had literally no clue what a medium was. He was in a very Christian community that didn't even talk about ghosts, spirits. It was like a different language to him. But my dad was open enough and loving enough to listen to what I had to say. He didn't understand it, but he was curious about how it worked. And in the days that followed, one day, he asked me to come into the room and grab a yearbook off the shelf. And I remember thinking, okay, this is weird. Maybe just wanting to relive the good old days with the long blonde hair, playing football, and all that kind of stuff. But now it's not the case at all. If you were here, you'd be like, oh, man. But I had to share with my dad what I wanted to do. And ultimately, when it came to the yearbook situation, he was curious if I could go through it and actually get a feeling off of an image. And I remember being very nervous, thinking, oh my God, if I'm wrong in front of my dad, or if I don't get anything, I am done, because, well, I'm going to see him every day. And so I was really nervous. I went through the pages, and as I was turning them, I got to a page, and I saw his classmates. And as he did this, he was turning it, 3 of the faces just jolted up from the page, and literally it could have been easy to miss. It was almost like they twitched, is the way I would describe it. But I noticed it enough, and I'm so glad I did, because I pointed to these 3 photos immediately. I said, does this mean anything? Have any significance? And the look on my dad's face changed when he looked at it a little more closely and read the names. And he said, yes, every single person you pointed to are classmates of mine who have died. No one else, just these 3. And that was a game changer. My dad closed the yearbook. He was like, I don't know how well you do that, but you can do it, clearly. And from that moment on, my dad was a lot more accepting. And the lesson there, guys, is really, when we know better, we can do better. My dad did better when he knew better. And not everyone is going to be able to relate to having a medium or a psychic as a child. But I can guarantee you that if you have children, they come with their own unique differences. And I found that through this work, that sometimes what makes us unique can be our calling. Sometimes what makes us unique can be beautiful thing that's meant to be shared in life. And it's important that parents cultivate that and encourage that and know better when we do better. So that's a huge one. All right. Okay, well, people always ask me if I had to pick one reading as far as the thousands I've done, what would be the most profound? And to be honest, it was very hard to pick one in the very beginning. But shortly after season 1, I was reached out by a woman named Heather. And Heather was in her 30s. She was happily married, and she had a 7-year-old little boy. Heather should have been at the peak of her life. But unfortunately, she was contacting me because she had just recently been diagnosed with a terminal blood cancer and given 5 to 6 months to live. Always hard to talk about. She was excited to want to get a reading because she wanted to know who would be waiting for her when it came time for her to transition. She needed that. And obviously it's important that we all know our loved ones around us, but especially for terminally ill people. So I agreed immediately. When I went to her house, I was expecting to see someone who was dealing with cancer and depressed and sad and bedridden. But she opened the door and she looked fabulous and she had cleaned the house. And I remember thinking, if she can do it, I'm in trouble. But she was excited to get to have this experience. She said the idea of getting to connect with these loved ones made her feel normal for the first time in a long time. And when we sat down, her uncle and her grandmother came through crystal clear. And when they did, they referenced so many things ranging from childhood memories to some of their last words and inside jokes, which is always obviously good to get. But when they came through, they acknowledged that as they went through their process of a life review, they saw so much that went unsaid in their own lives. They saw that for a good part of their life, they didn't communicate what they should have. And so they told Heather, they said, Heather, with the time you have left, say it now. And she did. That's why I'm telling the story. Because not only did she record the reading for her family to be able to watch, but after the reading, she created a time capsule for her family to be able to open nearly a decade after her passing. But even more than that, Heather made it a point to fill out birthday cards for her 7-year-old little boy every single year until he was 40 years.
Oh my gosh.
She said it now. And she made sure that everyone that she loved would continue knowing that she loved them. She even made a video for those who attended her funeral, thanking them for the impact they had on her life. And Heather changed my life more than I could have ever changed hers. She showed me the importance of creating our own closure, the importance of speaking and validating our loved ones while we're still here, so that we don't have regret when we transition. And in that way, that was a very valuable lesson to say it now. The last lesson really sums up all the other lessons, but it's something good to share. I really say that the last lesson is, well, our loved ones never really leave us. It seems kind of obvious considering stuff, but it's true. They never really leave us. There's 2 readings that come to mind that I'll share with you that actually really hit this idea home. The first was actually with Moby. Does anyone remember the reading with Moby? Kind of, yeah. So Moby was, I believe, season 2, and I was a huge Moby fan. He's a great musician, and when you open the door, I need like this fangirling out, because I never know where I'm going or who I'm going. So stone-faced, like stoic. Because he had never had a medium experience before. He didn't even believe in mediums. And so I was like, great, this is going to be lovely. And so I sat with him, and immediately I started connecting with his mother. Now she came through crystal clear, and when she did, she showed me a very clear image, a photograph of a blue dress. I saw her in it. She looked fabulous. But I wasn't sure why I was seeing this photograph, and I noticed that as I said this, his face changed just slightly, but I just kept going. And it ends up, he later shared with me, that that photograph I was describing was actually on his nightstand at home. And that was pretty validating for him. But the message his mother had after that was really incredible, because she said that despite the fact that she'd been gone for years, she knew that Moby only visited her grave 2 weeks prior to our reading. She'd been gone for a long time, and only 2 weeks prior to our reading had he gone to her graveside. She didn't come through upset, she wasn't resentful, she wasn't scornful. And for those of you curious, our loved ones do not really care if we go to their graves. That's not where they're at. It's good for us, it can give us a sense of comfort and closure, but their soul goes on. And when she came through, she communicated that understanding to him, and that she was always with him in connection. This idea doesn't just apply to people. I did a reading with Jennifer Esposito in New York, actually, and in this reading, she handed me a bow tie. As I was holding on to this bow tie, I remember thinking, okay, this is a bow tie. Maybe it's her grandpa or an uncle or whatever. I'm not going to try to put any bias on it. Let's see what happens. Because really, who wears bow ties? I mean, come on. So I'm holding on to the bow tie, and I just heard the name Frank. And it just came crystal clear. It was like, Frank. I remember thinking, okay, why is this Frank energy something so childlike? Like, it was excited. It just didn't seem like your stereotypical old guy. I told this to her, and she looked at me. She said, that's exactly who I'm intending to hear from. My golden retriever, Frankie. Wear that bow tie. And she told me that she wasn't trying to trick me, but that she was really interested in connecting with that dog. And I was like, oh, well, good thing I wasn't like, oh, it's George. But it showed to me in that moment that love is a force that transcends humanity. It transcends species. It even transcends language. It's something that interconnects us all. And what was so beautiful about that connection was that she never really would even have a one-on-one connection with her dog verbally. She was able to have a conversation with it, but it had more value than some relationships in her life. That dog outlived some relationships she had and meant more to her than some people. And that showed that energy is energy, and these consciousnesses are always connected, and that love is really the force that connects us all. So in that way, I love ones never. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the video. I want to really validate the reading. When we get back, I'll explain to you guys my process, which will prepare us for some readings. Sound good? Oh, and also, I'm going to be scribbling during this, so if I stare at you, I'm not judging your hair color. I'm just trying to get It'll play eventually, I promise. Get to know each other.
He's so pretty. Every time I try and take a picture of him, it looks like boring.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Todd Chrisley, isn't it, right? I'm Todd Chrisley.
And I'm Julie.
And we're from the show Chrisley Knows Best on USA Network. My wife decided that she wanted to have a reading by Todd. I personally don't believe in all of that because I plan to go to heaven, not to hell. My faith tells me not to believe in false prophets. And she, being a preacher's daughter, should know better.
Before I ever start readings, I always kind of like to ask clients if they've ever had anything done like this before, because it is a new thing. So have you ever seen me?
Never.
Okay, and what about you?
I have not because I don't know that I vibe with this.
No worries. Sorry.
This is the skeptic, remember?
That's okay. I deal with them all the time. I understand. So I'll hold it to an object that might help make a connection to a particular person I'm intending to hear. We'll just kind of see what comes through. Or we can't. Can I hold on to the object?
Sure.
I'm going to have an object too.
Oh, yes. Mine first.
All good.
There is someone that I'm hoping that he can connect to.
And if this is legit, then I'm going to know because there'll be a person that shows up today that I know would want to talk to me. So if that person shows up, then I'm going to say that Tyler is legit.
I'm just going to kind of channel and see what we do. Okay, cool. So I'll just scribble on to that. Okay. Okay. Oh my. All right, don't know how I'm going to kick this off, but I have a man coming through very strongly, and he is connected to your son of the family. Strange. There was a fishing trip that was going on around passing. This is significant, which is like a whole situation. Electrocuted. That's so random. Do you know of any connections?
Yes, my brother. His name was Trey.
Okay.
So the last job that he did with his dad, Harvey.
Right.
Yeah, they were working by a lake, and
Right.
my dad was got electrocuted from it.
Interesting. So that would be, and that's when I'm seeing the fishing. Okay.
I'm starting to get nervous now.
I mean, and no one would know. That's what's so bizarre. It's something, it's just amazing to think.
Brother was, okay, wow. When he's coming through, immediately showing a bunch of